There we are. Hey, everybody.
Live. Yeehaw! Here we go. I think I can see a little bit better.
Hey,
Yay!
I'm just so pleased to see if there's anybody here at all, because I think Linda G is still on. So thank you,
Yeah.
and Viviani for being
Viviani's
here.
here.
Yeah, that's great.
They're having a live broadcast from Sedona.
Yes, I'm sure it's fascinating and all of that. But we were just talking backstage, and as long as it's just us, we're just going to kind of continue the topic. Thayer, you were saying that you were having kind of a low energy.
Yeah, like I was. The energy was very on, and then boom, and the weather's been like that here, where it's been cloudy. Things have kind of slowed down. That sunshine sparkle thing is kind of gone. Where I just felt exhausted. And I don't know whether I have a tendency to pick up like all the sort of world psychic energy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they call it, but where you just get tuned into what's going on. And that can really impact me. But I just think there's a lot of heavy stuff going on in this stuff with Rudy Giuliani and selling the pardons.
Yeah.
It just seems to never stop.
So I'm curious, and I bet other people who are either here or might watch this later, if you are very sensitive to like that kind of stuff in the bigger field,
right.
How do you manage watching the news, or do you watch the news? How do you manage your intake of information in order to kind of keep that at bay?
It's not. I don't pick up on the intellectual information. I pick up on the vibe.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know what they call it. It's sort of like the universal stream of how everybody's feeling.
Yeah, the resonance.
The resonance, sort of like you can walk into a room, and if it's a funeral, like everybody's kind of sad, and you could sort of go into that vibration, and there's, I just get a feeling that I just feel yucky, like people are unhappy, and they're, that people are kind of mad. I do some energy cleansing myself, and then what I force myself to do in the morning if I'm low is I put on music.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to music, and I dance, and I'll keep listening to music that I love, and I'll try to connect to the energy of the music, which will get my vibration higher.
Yeah.
It will help me find my inner love self. I don't know how else to put it. And I get like a higher vibration, so I feel like I'm set on the right vibe for the day.
Yeah.
But it's I just a feeling of disgust, of just ugh.
Yeah. And I it's been kind of a transformation for me, because I used to be watching the news.
Yeah.
Not watching, because I don't get cable, so I never did that. But it was watching the news, at night on PBS NewsHour. And then I was on Twitter like constantly. I was one of those people who was up at 3 a.m. waiting for Trump's next tweet. Oh, and Viviani, tell us what you do. Viviani listens to music. I love data to raise my vibration. Yeah. Music can raise your vibration high. Yes.
Hi, I've stopped listening to the news.
Yeah. So I went from someone who was just kind of going down the rabbit hole on all the researchers who are out there looking at stuff, kind of the stuff that Susan Lynn talks about. She and I kind of were following some of the same people. And now it's like, let's go for a walk.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. Whatever happens, going to happen.
I don't want to even put my energy into feeding it anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'll do PBS maybe on Friday, but if there's a segment on I don't like, I turn it off.
Yeah. And I see my former self and other people who are just, they can't stop talking about it.
Right.
and that's, that's good that's where they are right now, just like that's where I was at a different time. But yeah, I don't want to be in that place anymore. And yeah,
Well,
dancing and music and nature,
nature.
the,
I thought
getting out.
talking about it would help me process it. And now I just don't want to talk about it. I just don't
Yeah.
want to even, because it just seems to get worse and worse. So
Yeah. So thank you, you guys, for coming over here.
yeah.
Viviani, Yvette, Gents Free, Chaley, Hypnicity. Okay, great. And yes, please post your questions.
And this is Charlie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it but it's without an R. Is it Chaley?
Chaley?
Let us know.
Okay.
I go to animal shelters to feel better. Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I used to do that.
I look at the clouds. I go out and look at the New Mexico clouds.
Shaley. Thank you, Shaley.
Shaley. Okay. Shaley. Okay.
And there's G. Covington. Good afternoon to you. Yeah, if anybody else has ideas about how you kind of shrug that stuff off and protect and raise your own vibration. It's like we have to kind of know what's going on in the world, but you don't have to soak in it.
No.
What did I hear? Someone said, I think this is something I saw in the paper. Okay, we're talking about the news and I still read the paper. Just about a feature about Mother's Day. And they were asking, what's the best advice your mother ever gave you? And someone said, it's that you pick up the flavor of whatever you marinate yourself in. And I thought, I thought that was a really good way. I don't know if she knew that she's kind of saying the same thing about, what you expose yourself to
is what you're going to
becomes part of you. Yeah. So I thought that was great. You pick up the flavor of what you marinate yourself in. Well, this is great. It's going to be a nice sort of private show today. So let's see, how do I do this?
We'll get more people in.
Yeah. New comments, G. Covington. Oh, and here's Lena Ramirez.
Here we go. How's Viviani doing? Oh, Viviani.
Okay.
Yeah. Finance and love for the next 7 months.
Okay. Shaylee. And once again, thank you for being understanding that I'm getting better at this.
Feeling? How are you guys feeling? How are you dealing with the energies coming through? And there definitely is a change. But I just feel like, when it must be like the end of World War II or something, where you just think this is never going to end.
Oh, really?
These people are never going to, stop abusing us, the world, everything. It could be quite challenging.
Yeah.
Very challenging.
Well, let's jump in.
Let's jump in. Let's do it. Do it, baby. Let's get the energy going. Yeah.
We're going to do it. Okay.
Here we go.
I have a finance and love reading for the next 7 months. Okay. We'll do
Lena.
Okay. It's May. So we'll say June, July, August, September, October, November.
Probably till
4, 5, 6. So till December.
Yeah.
All right. Lena Ramirez Singh. Thanks for the question, Lena. It might take us a little while on this first one to tune in.
Yeah. I'm getting the feeling that financially you're going to be stable, that you're going to find some stability. I don't know if that's in terms of a new job or a second income, but I'm seeing financial stability, that you're going to watch things a little bit, but I don't see any hazard for you coming up at all. I don't know if you're looking for a job or have a job. I think if you're looking for a job, you will find a job that will give you some stability.
Okay, I tuned in more and got the love part first. I suppose I could open my eyes now. Do you ever do that? It's like you're reading, your eyes are shut, and it's like, oh yes, I'm just used to having my eyes closed. But anyhow, what I saw was a big red heart with white wings on it, and and it was, of course, it's flying, and it's up in the air, and with every flap of the wings, it goes up, and then it comes down again, and it flaps, and it goes up and down. So it wasn't like wild, way up and way down, but it's a little up and down. And then as I got closer to the end of the year, I saw the heart landing out on the ocean. And it's in a sailboat. And it was like, okay, show me again, Spirit. Okay, it's in a sailboat. It comes into shore, and you have like one of those, I'm claiming this for the Queen of Spain kind of flags. So it looks like by the end of the year, you're going to be coming ashore after a little, sort of, it's good, but it's sort of up and down. And then it's smooth sailing into the shore where you're going to plant your stake. So that sounds like something, if not permanent, it sounds like something stable and like you want to build a future there. And let's see, I have to go back to get anything about finances.
And I'm getting in the love department that I feel like if you go out and do activities that you like to do that by the fall and into the fall, Christmas, there's a big possibility of you meeting somebody, which would be that heart coming in. But I'm feeling like you've got to put, I never put any effort into my love life and complain about it endlessly. But if you, go out to dance or make a habit to do what you like to do, that there's a possibility of connection there. So, good luck.
And as far as the finance goes, I'm seeing you riffling through, like you've got this big wad of money and you're riffling through it, but the way you're holding it, like it's sort of like, here's the money, but you've got some bills, you've got your finger here. So you're holding some back. And I think that just means be a little aware. You don't have to throw everything in savings, but be a little aware of having something in savings. So even if it seems like, if I save $10 every paycheck, it's not going to amount to anything, but it's $10 and it's more about the kind of the habit of doing that, even if it's a small amount. Okay.
I heard the word bonus, end of the year bonus.
Ooh, that's nice.
I don't know if you do get bonuses, but there might be some extra money coming in, whether it's a second job or your boss gives you a bonus or you sell something. That's a possibility too. But there's no red flags for me. I feel like you just keep moving on in your life and following what you love, and things are going to fall together nicely for you.
Okay. And she does say she has a job already.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing anything else. So thank you. Thank you for letting us kind of kick off the evening
out there. Invite us to the wedding.
Yes. And let's see. Hey, there's Scott, Scorpio, Sun, Tarot. We're happy to have you here.
And thank you for liking my painting. Excuse me, Joan.
Yes.
Thank you for liking the painting.
Wonderful.
In progress.
Okay. Yeah, it's gorgeous. All right, let's see who's next here. Here's something from Viviani. I have a message from my spirit team about the decisions I need to make in the near future. Okay, let's see what we can get for Viviani, who gives so much to other people.
I'm hearing that you're going to be making the right decisions for you. And if you make sure that the decisions are for you and you follow them for you and your kids, or your life, whatever is involved in your life, whether it be children or a job or something that's in your life, if you make the decisions that favor and put you first, the decisions will be sound. Sometimes the right decision doesn't feel good. I don't see that. I see that putting yourself first is going to be something new for you, and it's going to feel a little weird and uncomfortable. And I also feel that you will be that you can try on the decisions and see which one. If it doesn't feel good, that's your indication right there. But I see you putting things in boxes, organizing, sorting out what you need and what you don't need, and moving forward. I don't know whether you're going to be moving or just figuratively moving forward and rehoming your life and your emotional life. To thy own self be true, and your decisions will follow in part. And Viviani, you have a good gut instinct about what needs to be done. So trust yourself and to your own self be true. That's what I'm getting for you.
Yeah. When I tuned in right away, my heart chakra and my third eye lit up. So
Yeah.
it's like this, rather than sort of leaving it to the fates or whatever. And I know you're doing this. Envision what you want and put love behind it. Put your vision and your heart, get them connected, and that is a really, really powerful thing to do. And I don't know if they were telling me that's advice or that's what you're doing to make these decisions already. But I also got two cards for you. One of them is by doing that, you're going to bring heaven to earth, which is the Archangel of Constance. And this is Archangel Gabriel saying to speak your truth, which is kind of what Thayer was saying too. A lot of times when we are having to make decisions, well, I'll speak for myself. I make a decision and then you start questioning it and weighing and looking at all the statistics and back and forth until you just drive yourself crazy. So clear everything out, really decide what you want, and at least and they're saying go to the feeling of how you want to feel when whatever this is as accomplished, and put your energy behind that, and that will help you get out of the, this way or that way, this hand or that hand, and put your energy behind that, and that can help you manifest that. And I hope that makes sense.
Vulnerability comes when you are making a decision for you. It is normal and common to feel vulnerable, especially if you've lost past support or past guidance. And that, it's all a process of change. So, seek help, seek support, follow your heart, and put yourself first, just like what Joan said. And I really I think both of those cards were accurate, because you're going to, all of a sudden, your life is going to become clear. You're going to feel good, and you're going to be out of these rough waters. So, yeah.
That's more than a start. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Archangel Gabriel. Yeah. And that's speaking your truth, being true to yourself, telling the world, this is what I need. No, I don't want to buy the black dress. I'm getting the red dress. Thank you very much. I like red. I don't care what you say. That kind of thing, which is
It is.
Yeah.
Hang in there and know that you've got your team is there helping you.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're always sending you love, Viviani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always
Thanks
love
for all you do.
Yeah.
And up next is Jan Free, looking for a message from her spirit team.
Do you have some decisions coming up that you've got to make, Jens Free? Maybe this is left over from the last reading, but let me. You go ahead, Joan. I'm going to tune in a little bit.
Okay, yeah. What I saw when I tuned in is a marching band. They had red uniforms and the hat with the white plumes on and all of that. And they're kind of like going like this as they're marching in. And so it's sort of like they're saying it's a celebratory feeling. It's like a parade. And they want to make a noise and get your attention, raise the vibe, do it in a positive way, not like a scary, come in the middle of the night and say your name in a creepy way or something like that. But they are wanting to make closer contact and kind of join the party, join the celebration. And Spirit, what else does this mean? The marching band. They're saying, you know, all these different things about spirituality. It's time to get them in line, get all these different facets of yourself in line, get them tuned up and working together. And then it's a party. Then it's going to be fun. And they're going to be with you. It's the idea of synchronizing, harmonizing, getting everything together. It's sort of like you've got it all. It just needs a little bit of tune up and we can take this party on the road. Pull a card from this one, they're saying. Okay. And to weave a new story. And in the middle of this one is the yin and yang symbol too. That's the Archangel of Serenity. So I hope that makes some sense, Jens Free. What did you get, Thayer?
Well, you know, kismet, baby, kismet. You know, I feel like the road. I do feel like you're going on a journey, or you're moving forward, either in a physical trip or a emotional moving forward. And I'm seeing family. That this includes family, a renewing of relationships with family, a renewing of relationships with self. And I don't know if this is going to come about in the way of that you're traveling to a family reunion, or you're having a vacation together, or somehow the family comes together, or there's renewing and redefining relationships for you. And this is going to be very positive, because I feel like sometimes relationships can get stuck. And when somebody if somebody a wedding or a death or a vacation where everybody's sort of put in a different context, then people have a way to open up a door to allow another part of themselves to come out. So a rejoining can happen. And I'm not saying it's either one of the above. I'm just saying something will happen, or it could just be somebody coming down and saying, I'm feeling depressed and terrible, which an honesty of self, where it gives everybody a chance to knit a new, to become deeper in your relationships. I don't know if you're married. This could be with a husband, a family member, a mother. But it's a heart expansion for you. And it's kind of like, everybody says new energy is coming in, the old, crabby people are leaving. And I'm kind of seeing that for you in a personal way. So, Jan's Free. I think you're going to have a fabulous summer. I don't know if you're going to go on a romantic vacation with your husband or your significant other, or you're going to grow closer to your daughter, or your best friend, but I see wonderful things happening for you.
Beautiful.
Keep us posted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And be brave, be vulnerable, be brave. Open your heart to receive the new messages coming in.
That was lovely, Thayer.
So,
Hey, and there's some new
yeah.
people here. Jackie Jacaranda and Kate Traveled Tarot, Sheila Inquisitive Tarot. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Let's see, Lady Silver, 1111. And yeah, and thanks so much. We really appreciate it. So let's see. Here is Shaylee. Can I please?
Shirley.
A message
Hi,
from
Shirley.
her spirit guides.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming, Shaylee.
You know, your name is so beautiful, Shaylee. I love the sound and the way your name looks. It's got a lot of pearl essence and light vibrational colors in it. I'm just feeling that I feel like you're a very loving, supportive, happy person. Not that you don't have your down days, but like if somebody called you up, you'd sit down and have a good listen with them. That you've got a lot of love and goodness in your heart. Not everybody else does too, but the vibration of your name is just bringing in this love that I'm feeling. I'm just hearing steady as she goes. Keep being yourself. Keep developing the parts of yourself that make you happy. And if you have a difficult time finding the parts that yourself make you happy, start experimenting and talking with your friends and following your muse. I just hear, wind chimes for your name and your vibration. If you're not feeling them, they're there and you can find them. I don't know. Finding that those beautiful wind chime sounds is part of your life's purpose, is finding the beauty and the music in yourself. Because once you find the music in yourself, your music will be heard by other people, and that will be enlightening. It will be expanding the vibration of where you are. So find that music, that beautiful, when you hear those wind chimes, how beautiful that feeling that it vibrates all throughout the forest or all throughout somebody's porch. And I think if you look or you are open, all those tools, all those methods will be available for you. So don't give up ever on yourself. And I'm looking forward to hearing your concerts in the future.
Beautiful. When I tuned in again, my third eye really lit up strongly, but this time, rather than just being solely about the spiritual vision, I heard the words thinking, thinking, thinking. Like you might be mulling something over in your head and kind of it's going around in circles a bit. And so they're saying to kind of let go of that and focus more on the vision part of it, of what you want. And then after that, I saw this vision of a portrait of a face. It could have been a man or the woman. It was just like charcoal, like a charcoal drawing. There was very dark, thick lines, like really kind of, I'm not going to say crude. It was very well done, but it's not like, old master painting or something like that. And the sense I got from that painting, deep marks, they're saying, deep, thick marks. And there was a quietness and a reverence and a strength there. So Spirit, put this together for me. What does this mean? She has a deep reverence, a deep connection to Spirit. And what does this mean as far as the thinking? To let go of the thinking and just kind of go to to your inner self. So what's the Spirit? What's with this picture, Spirit? Okay, that you can trust in your soul, your true self, your higher self is deeply, strongly marked as someone who is of the Spirit, and you can trust that inner voice that's led you through not only this lifetime but other lifetimes. It was a sense of reverence and also kind of solemn. And when I picked a card for you, they said, out of the feathers deck, and here's the peacock card. And the message is inherent wisdom is emerging at this time. Watch it and ready yourself for rebirth. So that might be part of the rebirth, might be going from the overly analytical part of your head to your heart and that inner knowing. To just trust that. I hope that makes some sense to you. I'm sorry I couldn't be a little bit more specific. Let us know if that resonates with either of these messages resonate with you at all. Okay, and here's Amy. Sika, we've got your question, and Joan B, thanks for coming. Wiki, and who else? Starfish, hey. We need to get in touch.
Craig Dixon's here.
Oh, there's Craig. Hi. And Shelley says, thank you. It's been so much harder lately than normal. Here, let's put this up.
Let's see. Yeah.
It's hard to keep hope within myself. I just focus on the many blessings that I have and that helps. My third eye has always been open. Yeah, I really felt that.
Well, it is difficult if you're extra sensitive these days. Things can be difficult. It's always good to have support, and the music is. I see music and I see beauty in you and in your heart, and to me, music is a way to connect with the divine. So when I see music, they're telling you that you do have a wonderful heart, a wonderful vibration, and not to give up on yourself, and to keep moving forward, even though things are difficult. That it's part of, I hate the word journey, but part of the unfolding or the moving through the difficult parts helps bring in the music a little louder. And it's co-creation. It's a little bit of both. So have faith in yourself, and keep that light shining forward, because I can understand how you feel.
Definitely.
Not easy.
And she loves wind chimes more than anything.
Yeah.
And you really hit that one on the head. That's great.
And the wind chimes are talking to you. They're there to talk to you. So if you're feeling low, just listen to them, and that vibration will help sustain you. So, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Linda, will I have to move to Toronto? It's Linda D. Gonzalez.
I think if we read before, Linda, but let's see. Is Toronto in your future? Have you ever seen Working Moms on Netflix? Oh my God, that show is so funny. It takes place in Toronto.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me see. I don't know if this is coming from me or whatever, but I'm hearing you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You don't want to go to Toronto, don't go. But then I'm feeling like you might have to for financial reasons. So I'll let you go, Joan, and let's see what else I've got. Yeah.
I went to the pendulum right away, and it was interesting. I've never seen this before. It would say it went this way, yes, and then it would circle, but only if she wants to. Yes. I said, is Toronto in your future? And it said, yes. And then it would go like that. And I heard, but only if she wants it. Yes, but only if she wants it. So you've got some say here. Then I pulled you an Archangel card and got leap, spread your wings. And I had earlier pulled a tarot card, and it was the Hermit. So there's kind of the sense of it's something new, it's something unknown, and I'm going to feel alone and in the darkness with just my stick and my light here. But then the archangels are saying it might be time to spread your wings and just take the leap. Okay, let's try one more time, Spirit. If she takes the leap and makes this move, will she be happy there? Will Linda de Gonzalez be happy in Toronto if she makes this move? I'm saying yes. Okay. How about you?
And I'm getting that this is a take your power moment. I'm also getting there's hesitation because of certain emotional and financial obligations that you could take your power and say, no, I'm going to stay where I am. But there might be a loss, an emotional loss or a loss associated with it. But it's still within your decision, you know, that I think if you decide that you are going to Toronto, you'll make the best of it. I'm not quite sure what the have to is. I think the have to might be either money or emotional. I don't know if your husband or somebody that you have to go there, but be in your power, be in yourself, and make the decision that's right for you. Because the have to, you know, I did a lot of things I felt like I had to do in my life, and I wasted a lot of time. But I was also terrified. So, but I feel like Toronto, depending on where you move, it's kind of a cool place. I think it's an emotional thing for you. There's some emotional resentment going on. Good luck. This is your decision. I feel like this is kind of like the free will decision that you get to make for yourself. So I'm not comfortable in answering it for you.
Yeah.
Even though we all want to have these horrible, difficult decisions answered by somebody else. Whatever decision you make, I feel like you're going to be fine with it. So money, no husband, just can't afford to. Okay. So it's money, high cost of living, money. Yeah. Okay. So that's where the have to come from.
Living with an old friend. Okay. Yeah. And she says, thank you so much. It's I can see that.
It's difficult. And it is a choice that you have to make in your heart. But there might be other choices available to you that doesn't necessarily have Toronto on. But it's kind of like the decision to lose weight or quit smoking or go on an exercise routine. It has to be an inner decision for it to really work.
Yeah.
And I don't know if your friend is getting tired of you or you need your independence, but there is some sort of emotional component to it. Good luck, Linda. These decisions are not easy. You know, I've been there, done that. And I think whatever choice that you make, it's going to be good for you.
Yes.
You know, and keep us posted.
And as you probably know from your friend who lives there, they've got tunnels, lots of tunnels that are underground. So you don't have to be out in the cold weather during the winter
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, and you got to watch Working Moms on Netflix. Oh my God, it's a riot. And of course, it's always filmed in the summertime. But it looks like Toronto's a beautiful city.
Yeah, very culturally
Yeah.
there. Yeah, that'd be cool. All the best. Keep us posted.
Yeah.
Will the job agency let me work 32 hours a week at the hospital? Oh, wouldn't that be great if everybody I had a job where I worked 32 hours a week. It was so great. Fridays off, so you could like do all the grocery shopping and the laundry, and then weekends were just pure fun.
I got to know right away.
Okay, let me see.
You know,
this is for FMS.
But I might be wrong on that. That the job agency might, but the hospital's going to want you to work more.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to ask it this way because I have not a huge swing no, or I should do it this way. Will the job agency allow Yvette to work 32 hours a week? It's just a tiny no.
Yeah.
Will the hospital, is she able to somehow work this out to work a 32-hour week? Yes. There's a workaround somehow. Okay. Is that through negotiation with the agency? Is that speaking directly to the employer yes. So see if, because I remember doing this, supervising people who were from an agency, and it was like, you're not supposed to talk to them directly because their employer is the agency. But somehow you can let it be known, and be really careful doing this so it's all in the right way. But for the on-site supervisor there, or whomever, you'll know who to approach. But all I'm saying is it appears that there's a workaround. As Thayer said, if the hospital knows that this is maybe a make or break thing for you, and we all know how desperate hospitals are to keep good people there, it's worth exploring. So don't take no and then just give it up, or maybe explore.
Yeah. I'm hearing negotiation.
Options. Yeah, exactly.
I'm hearing you need to negotiate that yourself and stick firm to it. But I'm feeling like the hospital would really like to have you there more, but you need to negotiate and you'll get what you want. So Joan and I both got the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
It's a housekeeping position.
Oh, it's housekeeping. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
yeah.
See if they could even do 410s or something.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Well, good luck. I negotiate.
Yep.
It's hard. The corporate world is greedy little MFers.
Yeah, and people are just, this is our structure. This is the way we've always done it. Well, there's a labor crisis still, and there's a little bit more room for trying to be more accommodating.
Yeah.
And if you can phrase it that way, is to say something that will, always jump into their skin. How is this going to be good for them? It will, this is a way of showing not only me, but other people that you have, that you really value your employees and blah, blah, blah. You can make something up, but always kind of jump into their, how can this, which you want, be good for them? And just kind of consider that a little bit as part of the negotiation so that they feel like they're getting something from it too.
And housekeeping is a very difficult job in hospitals. It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, without your work, everything would be horrible, but no one ever really honors what you're doing. But negotiate, stick to your
okay, here we go. There. Okay. I will let you both know how it goes. Good.
Yeah,
good.
Let us know. Even if it's 2 weeks from now, or if we're on Aley next week, come on to Aley and let us know. We want to know how it's going. We'll all get out a little intention for you that you get your 32 hours a week and you get to go home and put your feet up. So,
And let's just all affirm that.
yeah,
That
I'll affirm.
for if that
Yeah,
situation and everyone who needs a little bit more flexibility
yeah,
in their work situation for the
yeah.
highest good of all concerned, including the employers and all the employees. Thank you for bringing some light to this situation so that all involved will get what they need and be able to work together in harmony. Cool.
Cool.
All right, hypnicity. Will my
Okay.
husband's work injury claim get settled this year?
I get a yes.
Okay, I'm getting yes too. Let me
You're
try
going to
it
have to
this way.
push the river a little bit. You know, you're going to have to muscle it, push the river and stay on it. And make sure the people negotiating with it stays on it. But yeah, I think you're going to have a nice new year where that's behind you.
Okay, I was asking different questions. The first I asked was, will it be settled? Yes. And then I was asking, will you have to do a lot of work in addition to what you've already done to you and your husband to make this happen? And that's when I was getting the no, if you saw it swinging that way. So okay, Spirit, what else does hypnicity need to know about this? Step into the overflow. So that's a big, if you can see from my fat fingers here,
Those are
it's
beautiful.
a big waterfall and a
Yeah.
rainbow.
Oh, they're
And
beautiful.
you down at the bottom going, yay!
Yeah.
Oh my word. And it's the card number 42, abundance, step into the overflow. That means all the back wages or the back whatever. So that could be great. Ooh, and I know you've got ideas about where that could go, hypnicity.
You're going to have to pay attention and, you know, keep the pressure on, push the river a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, you know, but good luck, hypnicity. You can send us all $1,000 at the end of the year. No, just kidding. Okay,
That's what I was thinking. The thing she needs for her water wheel. That
Yeah.
sounds great. All right.
I see relief. I'm feeling relief for both of you. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's true. Hoping that comes through for you. So, yeah.
And here's Amy Sika. I'm wondering what my mom, Madonna, thinks of my new house and my move to a new city. Okay.
Well, right away I heard she thinks it's fabulous. She thinks it's fabulous that you're living your life and you've started a whole new life, and she's very proud of you. I just see her as a very loving, encouraging mother that would give you the energy to be able to the energy, the bravery, and the sight to be able to make such big changes for yourself and move to a new house in a new city and have your heart open and your expectations open. I feel like she was that kind of mom. You know, I'm kind of seeing like just a huge amount of love coming from her. I feel like she was a big hugger. She hugged you, or she's sending you big hugs. She says, "When is the baby coming?" That's what I'm hearing. When are you gonna? When is your baby coming? Your baby boy? I don't even know if you're married, but she's saying it's time to fill the world with more of us because we have a lot to give to each other. I feel like your mom was a real giver, a real very practical too. That she would give you good advice on how to do things, and if she didn't think something was a good idea, she'd tell you that. She'd definitely tell you that. But I see a baby. I see a small child in somebody's arms. So I don't know what's going to be in the water in this new house, but we'll have to see. But I'm just getting nothing but thumbs up and love and encouragement, and that things are going to work out so well for you, honey. That's what I'm hearing. Things are going to work out so well for you.
I wish I could read my writing. I wrote it down like 15 seconds ago. But I think what I heard was, oh, darling, it's just delightful. It's either delightful or lovely. It's hard to tell. But anyhow, the emotion behind it is just so positive. And the first word she said was, okay, let's see. She says, I'm not having a baby. I have a nephew who's having a baby boy at the end of June. I'm way past the baby age.
That's what I saw. I saw a baby boy coming into the family.
Okay, great.
So she knows there's a baby coming. So yeah.
Okay.
And the 2 words Joan used are the words I would hear her using.
Yeah, delightful and lovely. And I saw her as someone who had all those wonderful qualities that Thayer was talking about. But I also saw her as someone who had very high standards and was sort of she just knew how things should be, and had a sense, kind of an artistic sense, and all of that. I saw her kind of dressed in a suit. Even though I'm feeling her as more of the soft motherly type, I saw her dressed in a very, nicely tailored suit, and she just had a good visual sense about her. And as she was saying, "Oh, honey, it's just lovely. It's so delightful." My third eye light lit up, and she was complimenting you on bringing this. She kind of said, "You made this happen. You brought it into fruition. You sort of manifested this yourself," and she's very proud of you for doing that. That you had, you knew what you wanted and you went for it, and it's all working out. So congratulations, and she loves it. That was a fun question. It was fun, kind of hanging out with her.
She's happy the family is expanding, and happy that there's more of us in the world, she's saying. So enjoy the baby. That baby's going to be healthy and happy and loved.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten through all of our questions. So if anybody, we have time for a couple more. If I've missed them, which could very well be the case, please put your question in again, but we could probably take 1 or 2 more. What do you think?
Yeah, we could do color readings. Any type animal readings. We could try some political reading. I mean, I could try. I get little flashes, little knowings. They just come through. We could get, I want to talk a little bit about, here's a question. Let's see.
Okay. Morella Ricci, my ex-wife, was an Italian girl, so I've lost some of the words. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Craig.
My daughter knows some.
You were speaking to someone in the chat. I'm sorry.
Of hearing.
Okay.
Yeah. You got a question?
Here's Amy again coming back.
Amy, a color reading. Okay.
For color reading.
All right. I see gold. I see gold for you. I see, it's not a gaudy gold or a heavy gold. I just see you bringing warm colors, warmth and life into your new house and your new life, that you're a very warm, giving person. And the gold is a richness. It's a richness in love. I think you're probably a really good cook too. That whatever you do, you really fill the pot full, because to me, gold is sort of the fulfillment of dreams. It's kind of like going to a party where everywhere you turn, there's food, there's plenty of love, plenty of everything. And happiness. The gold also to me reflects a form of contentment and happiness, and an ability to spread your heart and spread your life to help other people.
It's
I don't know
beautiful.
if you're married or not, but if you do have a husband, he's probably very happy. You're probably very kind and loving to him.
That sounds gorgeous. And here is Samantha, who
Yeah.
wants a color reading too. I'm not much on color readings,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'll let you handle these.
Samantha. Okay. Well, she could get a psychic reading too, but oh, you're widowed. Okay. Well, I'm sure I don't know. I just see a lot of love around you. People love you. That's all I can say. Okay, Samantha. When I tune into your name, I see a beautiful candy cotton type of pink that is white, light pink, sort of pale pink, this kind of beautiful swirl of, not that gaudy bubblegum pink. No bubblegum pink. This is like a sort of a gold, silver gold pink. And to me, pink is a very high vibration. It's sort of an extreme of that red, the red we see as like that's the root chakra. It's the life-giving, it's our life-giving color that us women have, and it really grounds us to the earth. But as pink moves up, it becomes that beautiful type of love, that beautiful high vibrational love, sort of the love speak, or that kind of vibration. And I feel, Samantha, you could move into that vibration very easily. That it's a place that you can move to easily, that you're, I don't know if you sing or sing in the car or whatever, but that's when that comes in. I don't, whether you're making something or cooking, but I see it more ethereal, that comes into you, and that you're fluid with your feelings. So yeah, and I bet your friends really like you, that they appreciate the love that you give them.
That's beautiful.
You got a card there, or?
Yeah, I just kind of tuned in, and not for colors, but
Yeah.
I was first I was getting the throat chakra, speak your truth and speak up and be true to yourself. And then I didn't pull this card, but they showed me this card, which is from the tarot deck, the Nine of Cups. And this is the lovely woman in her golden yellow robes with her falcon in the garden with all the, the fruiting grapevines there, and all of these signs of abundance and fruitfulness. So I think the overall message there is speak up, be true to yourself, and that's what's going to come your way. You can, she didn't, those grapevines didn't just grow themselves, and she put the time into, I don't know if she planted them, but somehow she was responsible for this garden. So it's a lovely, lovely life with your own falcon to go hunting with, and everything. But it all starts with being true to yourself and giving credence to your own voice, not kind of getting away from self-doubt and that type of thing.
Samantha goes, sometimes too much emotion. Hey, baby. Some of us rock and rollers got to get up there, do the Eddie Vedder thing, the Cure, but people love you for it, Samantha, So
it's beautiful.
And that card is home and contentment and riches. So I think following yourself is going to bring you nothing but success.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So
Yeah.
what are you up to these days? Are you going to be on any other shows or anything like that? Or do you want to talk
I
about,
might be. Well, I can't next Tuesday because I'm going whitewater rafting. But
oh my God, you're
usually,
always doing something
I
wonderful. I
know I have
love that.
an out of town friend coming, and we're going to go up to Taos and go down the Rio Grande. So much fun.
Oops.
Sometimes I'm on. Well, next Tuesday I won't, but maybe the Tuesday after that, I'm on the Elephant
Oh,
channel.
Deb H. Yeah.
Deb H. Yeah, where we answer questions and do things like that. And you know, always love working with you, Joan.
Well, the
You're just
same
the best.
here.
Yeah, it's great, and we got a great audience.
Yeah.
And
And if, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I, you know, and we have a good audience with Deb and a really good audience with Heart and Soul Connected. But I really feel like you guys are all very tuned into yourself. And I'm just going to tell the story because it's easy to read other people, but it's always difficult to read yourself. And I'm always like, well, you know, everybody else hears their spirit guide so easily, and I don't, or whatever. So I'm filling my humidifier. Hold on. Ah!
If you want to,
I'm all right. It's so dry here in New Mexico.
okay.
I'm filling up my humidifier, and I get this very clear image of my old humidifier falling down and breaking. And I'm going, why am I thinking of that? You know, why am I seeing that? And I take my humidifier, I put it on my bedside table, and I'm making the bed. And what happens? My pillow hits I'm shaking out the duvet, and down goes my humidifier, and it breaks. And I'm going, you know what? I'm getting messages. I'm just not paying attention to them.
Yeah.
And I really feel that, especially our wonderful, dedicated audience that we have week after week, that you guys are very in tune, and you guys really have the ability to start slowing down and reading yourselves and turning in, because all of your questions, I just get that you guys are very connected. Maybe we should do a show on reading yourself, or what kind of revelations you guys have gotten, because you're really a cool audience and it's really fun to read you. And I really hope that we hear back from many of you about what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, just thought I'd put that in, that many times, especially Viviani, I know you need the reassurance, but you get your messages loud and clear, I'm being told.
Yeah.
And we're just here to hold your hand a little bit. So
It's a
anyway,
lovely,
that's my message.
Yeah. And I will be here. Juno and I are having a collab tomorrow night. Same time, same place, except Friday night. And
Juno rocks. Yeah.
Yes, we have fun together. We used to do a regular thing, but I just haven't. I love doing the month ahead with her, but it required some prep work, and then our schedules didn't sync. And so anyhow, we're just going to get together and chat and do some reading, and that should be fun. And
Juno is I just love her. Her messages are so good.
Yeah.
She's got such kismet. She's great.
Yes, and she knows everything there is to know about any kind of spiritual topic.
Yeah, no, I know. Juno is like the encyclopedia of metaphysical symbols. Really, she should write a book.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Linda said, I can tell you the story of the two budgies gifted to me by Spirit. Yes. Well, I remember we read about them. Yeah. That sounds great.
Yeah. They're going to go to Toronto with you too, right?
Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. So.
And Craig was saying, my messages are starting to become more clear. Yeah.
I mean, there is a certain kind of energy transfer, because many of you are always tuning into our shows I just feel like we all know each other, and there's that you're getting things, that you're opening up clearer and clearer. And it's a question of like recognizing it, like my guys were telling me, you're going to break this humidifier. Why don't you put it somewhere different? Did I pay attention to that? No. So I got to buy a new one. So, but now I will. Anyway, well, of course, they're part of the reason I have to go. No one will rent. Yeah, I know. That's.
Even budgies, my word.
I know.
That's too bad. Yeah, I had one just the other day. And I think it's good that we talk about these real world things. I've been looking at cars. As I was telling you before the show, my son and his girlfriend are both driving really, really old cars, one of them's over 20 years old and they both have over 220,000 miles on them. And one of them's still going okay. It doesn't look real good, but the other one, so I've been trying to help out with that. And I was just, because I've been looking at a lot of things on YouTube, something came up about, I'm starting to get I've been looking up a lot of stuff about cars. Some of YouTube videos are coming up and they're about cars. And one of them said, why you should buy and then it gave the type of a car. So it's like, okay, they're even reaching me by the YouTube suggestions now.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm looking into that kind. Yeah. Okay. Not that I believe every ad that comes through, but
it's a way messages come through and
and my husband was a car guy and he really liked that specific kind of car. So
kismet, it's a question of really trusting in self. I did a reading the other day about really, we all think we need to be somebody else or that we need a special talent, but we all already have a special talent. We already are seeing things and processing things and hearing our guides. It's just a question of sort of stepping back and claiming it and realizing, I am connected to a wonderful source of information and guidance and love.
Yeah. So, and I really love that one. That helps out with just really practical everyday matters.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, be well, everybody.
Yes. Have a great rest of the week and we'll see you again soon. Thanks so much. Okay. And thank you, Thayer.
Yeah. Bye now. Thank you for having me. It was great.